but mostly we use this kind of operators. We'll see each of them one by one. Suppose I have int equals to 1. So first we'll check bitwise operators. So like we see assignment operator, this one. So assignment operator, so in this case what's happening, we are assigning the value 1 to the operand on the right side of the on the left side, that is a. So this is simple assignment operator, right? Similarly, uh, arithmetic operators, suppose if we have int a equals to int b equals to some 6, this one some 12. So then sys dot so I am doing into sum equals to into result I say equals to some 0. I assume like this. So now I want to check, you know. So right now result will be 0, right? If I execute it, because I'm not doing any operation, result will be 0. So I want to perform addition. Result equals to a plus d. So in this case, what will be? It's additional addition operators, right? It will be 12 plus 6, 18 it should be. The result 18. I want to do subtraction. I am doing subtraction, like a minus b I am doing. So it will be how much? It will be 6. It's doing. So where this is subtraction. Then what I am doing? A into b. Multiplication I am doing. A star b. So how much should be? 72 it would be. 72. So I am doing division. It will be 2. I am doing remainder operation. Remainder. How much should be the value? Should be 12 by 6. What is the remainder? It will be 0. 0. Suppose if I change value of a to 11. So in this case, what should be the remainder? A by b, a reminder. So what will be the result? It should be 5, right? It's as simple as that. So this is the arithmetic operators. So now we see comparison relational operators. So remember, comparison and relational operators always return a boolean value, boolean result. It will give you a boolean result. So here when you are checking, it should be boolean, and by default it will be false, right? Boolean value default, it would be false, right? So we are checking if whether a equals to b. It should be honestly in this case both are not equal, so it should return false. See, false. If I make it 6, then in this case since 6 equals to 6, it should result true, right? So now I'm reverting into original value. So I want to check if both are not equals. In this case, what should I give? A, if result A not equals to B. So 11 is not equal to 6, so it should return me true, right? If I execute it, yes. So then I want to check if A is greater than B. What it should return? True, right? Because 11 is greater than 6. True. Similarly, if A is less than B, that's not true, right? It should return me false. Similarly, is A less than or equals to B? No, right? It should give me false only, right? False. If A is greater than or equals to B, that's true. It should give me true. True. So that is about comparational and relational operators. Now we'll see assignment operator. We already discussed. This is the classic example of assignment operator. So assignment operator, we can it this can be used for giving the object references. We can assign object references to assignment no like assignment operator. Using assignment operators, we can assign object references as well. And we also use assignment operator for concatenating strings. So suppose we have two strings. String one is first name equals to some value. My first name is Vikram, for example. Then I have last name as Reddy. So I can use assignment operator to concatenate both the strings. Means like join the both the strings, right? That also we can use to concatenate the strings. So I have, suppose I have this full name, which is the result of concatenation. So I can assign like this. I can assign the first name, plus last name. So this one concatenation is this arithmetic operator used for concatenation, and also I can assign using this one. So this is the, for concatenation purposes, we can use these two operands. So if I want to print full name string, like so, it should print me Vikram Reddy. I want to give some space here so that, so if I print it, see, full name string is Vikram Reddy, means like concatenation is happening. So we can use this like this assignment operator follow, and also we can use this one for concatenation purposes plus operand. So we'll remove them. Fine. So now we'll check conditional operators. As we discussed earlier, we use conditional operator generally in the if if block or while loop, for loop, these concepts we use. So to check if a particular condition is particular, to evaluate a particular expression if it is true or not, like that. So only if that expression is true, then only this block of code followed by the condition will be executed. So if I write like A is greater than B, so this out A greater than B. So if I execute this, what I'm saying, so I'm saying, like, compare these two values. Sorry, not this one. Sorry, this one. A greater. I want to check if both numbers are positive. Simple example. So I want to check if A is positive and B is positive. So in that case, I am saying A, B are positive numbers. So, so like if both are positive, then only this code should get executed, right? Let's check what happens. A greater than 0, B greater than 0, because A is 11, B is 6. See, both are positive numbers. Suppose if I give A equals to -1. So in this case, remember, first condition A greater than 0 itself fails. So AND will not execute the second condition. So it will not print anything. See, it's not printed anything. Suppose if I use R here. So in this case, B is positive number, right? No, B, one number is one is one operand is positive number. So if you see in R condition, it will check either of them is positive, right? Even if the first one is negative, then it will evaluate the second expression. If it is successful, then it will print this number. In this case, it should print this statement: one operand is positive number, because the second expression is going to be true. See, one operand is positive number. So this is about R condition. Similarly, we have unary. So if I, for example, what I do, I have A, right? A as some, I'll give 2. If I do A plus plus, so I'm incrementing A by 1. What will be its value? It will not be, it will be 2 only, because, but if I write, I'll explain this why it is 2. But if I do like plus plus A, it will be 3 this time. So both are the operands will increment the value by 1, but this A plus plus value will be available, that even if incremented value will be available in the next line of the code, not in the same line. But plus plus A incremented value will be available in the same line of the code. That you need to remember. Suppose if I write A plus plus here, so if I print A value here, it will be 3. See, first time, if you see here, I am doing A plus plus, incrementing value by 1. So it, as I explained, if you do this post increment value, as I said, post increment value will be available after this statement. That's why we call it is post increment. This will increment the value, but increment only after the line which in that after this line where the expression is present. So here, even though it is incrementing, the value will be here. That's why it is post increment. Whereas pre-increment, the value will be available in the line itself. So from 20 in the post increment in both from 23 line will have, we will not have incremented value. So that's why even if you are doing a plus plus here, it's only printing 2, but in the 24 line that incremented value will be reflected. For example, if I write like this, plus plus here in the 23 line itself we'll see the incremented value, right? In the 24 also we'll see the incremented value because it's a pre-increment. What it is doing, it is incrementing in the advance. Pre means advance to the line itself, like before printing itself it will increment, before evaluating the expression itself increment operation will happen. That's why if I execute this, it will print both 3 and 3, not 2 and 3. If I see this, see 3 and 3. So henceforth a value always will be reflected as 3, not 2. So that's what about increment operation, and that increment we discussed pre-increment and post-increment. Same with the decrement operation, pre-increment, post-decrement. So these are the unary operators, and some more unary operators we will see. We have this one. See, these are unary operators. Increment, decrement we discussed. If I want to negate a particular value, we can do like this. See, here earlier we negated some a value, right? Suppose if I do minus here, so it will be, what it will be, minus 2 increment by 1, minus 1, minus 1 and minus 1. See, if we want to assign a negative value, then you need to use the unary operator minus. So positive, I want to convert this positive to negative value again. I can use a parenthesis. That means see, positive see, if you see, I applied the negation operator on the negative number, it is giving me positive number, right? So similar to mathematical concepts. So this single plus single minus used to make a particular thing, like they follow similar mathematical principles. Like if I apply negative operator on the negative number, it will give me positive number. So whereas if I apply positive operator on negative number, it will give me negative number itself, because it is following the general mathematical principle. So we need not declare a positive number using this positive sign, because compiler generally takes takes it as positive number only. So it's similar to what we see in our general mathematical principles. So this is the logical complement operators inverse the value of a boolean. If I apply this value on a boolean value, it will, if I give true, then it will give me false. So as simple as that. So we already seen this. We use this operator in conjunction with not equals to, right? Like assignment operator for comparing two values if they are not equal. So we already used here, right? So here, so these are the equality and relational operator, or we can say comparison operators. Conditional operators also we discussed. One more thing we didn't discuss, ternary operator. So ternary operator is similar to if then else. So ternary operators, like if you want to, like suppose I want to assign a value based on a condition. I will assign like this: if a greater than b, then I assign 1. So ternary operator logic will be a greater than b 1. Otherwise, is it the, yeah, is the correct syntax? I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we have to use this question mark. So I use the result actually. Result I make integer value because we are assigning integers. So print result. So this, see, this is these commented lines are not executed. So if you want not to print or execute any line, then we need to use this comment. So we did not no do not need to worry about these commented lines. So see here what I'm saying, I'm using a ternary operator. So I'll assign some value 10 here. So what I'm saying, this is the ternary operator. Ternary operator, why do we call ternary, is it has 3 operands, right? 3 operands. If you see here, this one is the one operand, a is the one operand and b is the another operand. This values will be another, like this result is another operand, right? 3 operands are there. So based on, like, we'll have a condition here, and based on the condition result, will, if this condition is true, it is returned true, then we will assign first value to the result. If it is false, then we will assign the second value. So in this case we have, I'm going to print the result. So we have a value as 10 and b value as 6. 10 greater than 6. So this condition is true, right? True. When it is true, it should be assigned value 1. So if I print this result, it should be, result should be 1, not 2, right? So let's check. See, result got assigned value 1. So if I change b value to 20, means I'm making this condition false. So in this case, result should print me 2 value, right? Because this condition is getting failed and second value should be assigned. See, 2. So this is the ternary operation. So ternary operator, because we have 3 results, 3 operands here. So now what else we have? Type comparison operator. Type comparison means, like, this is the instance of like, it compares whether a particular object is, instance of the particular class or type. So if the object is like, if given object is the of the type of the given class, then it should return true, otherwise it will return false. So I think I have an example here, instance of demo. See here, I have this parent class. This is the parent class I created, and the child class extends this parent class, and this implements the my interface. So if you see, I have created 2 objects. One is the parent of object 1 is the object 1 of parent, and object 2 is the object of the child, right? So if I see, this is the, I'm using the instance of as like this. Is object 1 instance of parent? Yes, because we are creating the object 1 using the parent, right? New parent, right? So it should return me this one should be printed. So I mean, it will be printed, it gives the true. Second one is object one instance of child. Instance of child, this object one is created from parent, not from child, right? It should return me false. Similarly, object one instance of my interface, object one instance of my, since parent is implementing my interface, it should be returning true, right? So let's check. See, object one instance of parent true, as we discussed. Object one instance of child false, because we created the object from the parent, not child. Similarly, object one instance of my interface false, right? Because parent is not implementing the my interface. Child class implementing the my interface, because if you see parent, it is not implementing any interface, right? Only child is implementing interface. So that's why it is false. So similarly, all other cases, right? So that is the example of instance of object, this operand. So this instance of operand used to check if the given object is instance of the given type. Type is here class type or some other. Now, generally we use it for checking classes. If a particular object is instance of given class. So that's about instance operators. So bitwise and bit shift operator, we don't need to learn much about them because they are rarely used. But to give you some information about them, so as I already explained, is signed left shift. If you use this operand, then given value will be incremented by 2 power n. 2 power n means where n is the number of positions. Like if we want to shift by 2 positions, then it will be 2 power 2 means 4. So like that. So similarly, this one value will be decremented by 2 power minus n, like that. Similarly, unsigned right shift, this bitwise and bitwise exclusive or bitwise inclusive or I have already explained earlier. These are similar to AND and OR operations, but thing is that they operate at the level of bits. So that is about these operators. And one more important concept is precedence of the operators. So if we can give multiple operands. We have an expression, right? In an expression it can have any number of operations, right? So when multiple operations are given, we need to have a clear cut no we need to give clear cut information to the compiler when to execute and which operation needs priority. So how would you give? As I said, like earlier, I used parenthesis, right? So generally, if we include some operation in parenthesis, so that will be executed first. Suppose if I have like this, we have suppose another operation. I have int c equals to some 30. Result equals to a plus b by c. So this is my expression. In this case, compiler will confuse what it first needs to do, whether it needs to add a plus b, then divide it by c, or it needs to first divide by b by c, then add the result to a. So it gives confusion to the compiler. So in that case, generally it is our responsibility to give clarity to compiler expression, which part of the expression should be executed first. So if I for that we need to do like this. We need to enclose them in the parenthesis. If I enclose like this, then whatever is given in parenthesis, that will be executed first. So here b divided by c will be done first, then result will be added to the a. So if I remove this and if I give the parenthesis, Then if I give the parenthesis in the first operation, that is sum operation, so we are telling compiler to do this a plus b, you add a and b, then divided it by c. So this way we are giving information. If we don't give like that, if we sometimes if we miss that, then compiler has some default rules which operation should take precedence, like which operand to take precedence. That default behavior, I mean precedence, is given here. Like generally here. So this is the precedence. First preparation preference precedence will be given to postfix. If I have post increment, post decrement, then they will be executed first. And unary operators next have second preference. Multiplicative, multiplication, division, remainder, they have the third preference. And additive will be, additive means like addition and subtraction next, then all is. So we have this precedence here, so you may go through that precedence one. So that's all it for this class, and in the next class we will come up with another video. So thanks guys.